You join me today aboard a vehicle I've wanted to drive for a very long time. It's a Range Rover L322. This is the third generation of Range Rover, which, given when this car was launched, which I think was 2001, 2002, the Range Rover had already been in existence for over 30 years. Pretty blooming remarkable. And this junction is awful. It's the TDV6, so it's not the most powerful, but it does sound like this. And there's 60. It feels a little perkier than my Vauxhall Omega turbo diesel, which of course used the same BMW engine as the previous generation of Range Rover to this. But yeah, you're not going to be hooning about too much with TDV6 power. But yeah, I mean, all the classic Range Rover hallmarks are here. I'm sitting really high up, it's got very good ride, hugely commanding view of the world. Oh yeah, I think I could like this. Mind you, because I was parked near hedges when I set off, all manner of beeps and things going off as parking sensors started chucking hissy fits, which reminds me of all the electronics that are in this vehicle. The screen at the moment, I'll show you later, has a sheet of plastic over it, because it's just the scrolling menu screen, so something's already gone wrong there. That's not working as it should, and so much is electronic, so much could go wrong. These cars have a rather fantastic traction control system. I've been off-roading with one of these following me, and I've been watching it as the front wheel lifted, you know, a good 3 or 4 feet off the ground, and it just kept on going. They really are, you know, very good in the rough stuff. Less good on a wet grassy field. They're the fat tyres. No electronics are going to help you there. They will just go flying off with you completely out of control. So be careful. Also in snow and ice. I always thought the L322 was a fantastic looking Range Rover. The styling was absolutely spot on. It's got a nice gearbox as well. I'm not sure how many gears it's got, but many, I believe it has many gears. Oh, come on away, Jaguar, get out of my way. Oh yeah, it's a big thing, isn't it? Oh yeah. They're doing 60 miles an hour, a smidge over 2,000 RPM. What does the kickdown behave like? Don't bother. That's not rapid. How do I make the rear wiper work? This is an important question. Rear wash is rearwards. Oh, that's a big old wiper. I like that. I approve. I'm hoping it will stop dribbling water at some point. Oh no, it's dribbling water everywhere. Is that because the rear wiper actually parks off the screen? Oh. Ah, there we go. Wipers less than perfect so far. Oh, another roundabout. Concentrate, Seabrook. Well, the brakes feel a bit more inspiring than the Omega. I think the Omega's brakes are suffering a bit from the fact it's been sitting for quite so long. Try the front wipers, really. Oh dear, Chris, you need new wiper blades, mate. Or these need cleaning. But it's a good pattern, it cleans a good portion of the screen, and in an old heritage technique there, I remember from my earlier Range Rovers, the wipers haven't quite parked in the right place. Ooh, I've just been scrolling through the menus. I haven't discovered that there are menus you can scroll around, hardly surprising. Oh, it's got a stopwatch, just like the Omega. and it reckons 19 mpg as an overall figure. That's pretty appalling. The ride isn't completely smooth. This is the first Range Rover dispelled with beam accidents, I think. Pitch it into the roundabout. Whoa! It handles better than you might expect for what it is, but it is still what it is. It's going to be my conclusion on that matter. I imagine this road could feel a lot worse in other vehicles. I can feel the suspension working, but yeah, I'm not being jostled. 30 mile an hour limits, so now I'm just wafting around going, look at me in my Range Rover. I think that's what you meant to do. Oh, I do wish I could find a green lane to go hurtling down, but it's probably not a good idea in someone else's 4x4. I'm quite happy to go green laning in my own cars, or even press cars, like the Volkswagen Up. See one of my other videos for that one. Go on, search it out. So what's to stop you or I just going out and getting our hands on an L322 Range Rover? They're getting dangerously affordable now. For me, what scares me is the gearbox. It's quite a complex unit. If it goes wrong, you're going to get big bills. There's also electrical gremlins of a scale that you just don't get even in the P38s, and they are not the last word in electrical reliability. The running costs are going to be fairly horrific. It is still a big luxury car. Just think how much tyres cost. But it feels every bit a Range Rover. Tanking around in this, it doesn't just make me think of P38s, it makes me think of the original classics as well. It gives you something other vehicles just don't, and surely that is the whole point of any car. Let's take in the Range Rover's dashboard then. This is what covers the display, which is just scrolling endlessly. Lots of buttons, some of which I've made use of. Got air suspension, so you can actually change the ride height, which is quite exciting. We have an ancient style clock. Oh yeah, tailgate, we're going to have a look at that. Down here we've got controls for the hill descent and different ratios, so you move that lever and you go into low range, which you need if you're going off-road. And it's a starburst, essential to have in any car. Oddly, the key is down here, a bit like on a Saab really. There's an ashtray thing here, and a useful size cubby box full of rubbish, as all good cubby boxes should be. How do you open the glove box? Ah, that is the most pathetic little glove box I've ever seen. Well, it gives you somewhere to put the 12-volt power outlet when you're actually using it correctly. Obviously the front seats are somewhat luxurious. See a bit of bolster wear there, and armrests for each seat, as you'd expect on a Range Rover. And obviously it's a very good driving position. No steering wheel would be complete without many buttons. This has many buttons. Nice clear display, very pleasant column stalks. Of course, to have any measure of success, a Range Rover really needs to be nice in the back. And it is. This is a lovely, lovely comfortable rear seat. Proper seats there. We've got, looks less nice in the middle, so I think you're better off using that as your table. Substantial centre armrest. We've got blowers in the back and heated rear seats. That's nice. Nice mat pockets as well. That's good to see. No tables, it looks like there should be. And it is a bit gloomy back here, as you can see. Oh, there we go, there's the adjustment. Because we've got a tint on the glass, it's fairly heavy in the back. But yeah, I like it here. Lots of headroom again, loads of knee room. It's only a lot more spacious than the original Range Rover actually, which of course was only on a 100-inch wheelbase. I suspect this is rather larger. Home, James! Oh, well, it's not much, but this appears to be what passes for a beauty spot in Buckinghamshire. I'm going to try driving over it. Right, we are in low range. Oh, and there he goes, he's off already. And feet off. This is what Range Rover's about. You can't do this in most cars. Obviously the parking sensor's going off because there's bits of grass sticking out all over the place. But this is the thing about low range transmission. This is on tick over in low range, so the vehicle is barely moving. In fact, it's going at a walking pace, in fact. Nice. I think I may stay in it though. Great thing about low range is acceleration tends to be really good. That's 0 to 30 very quickly. Let's put it back into normal range again. And with that silliness out of the way, I shall say thank you very much, Chris, for letting me borrow your Range Rover. And don't forget to look at some of my other videos for other automotive silliness, and I shall see you next time. Thank you and farewell.